fellow team members. I'm mighty glad to be here today and hope that you are too, as we have another opportunity to learn, help others, and create a peace of mind experience for our customers. Today's conversation is going to be around rental car reimbursement on the auto insurance policy. And more than anything, what we want to happen is if a customer has a claim, we not only want their car to be fixed and for them to have a good experience, but we also want to be able to jump in and pay for that rental car for them. Sometimes when we set up a policy, people decline that coverage, but over time their needs change. Maybe they get rid of a car, maybe they have fewer cars in their household. Various things happen. So what we're looking to do is to train our eye to look at their coverages and to really look to see if that one's missing. Because when it comes to what people call full coverage, comprehensive, collision, and rental car reimbursement, I want all three of those to become what we consider to be covered. And if we don't see it, it's missing. So let's take a scenario where I'm working with a customer on a vehicle change or a payment, something like that, and I look and I see that they don't have that coverage. Here's some things I might want to say. Hey, I noticed something might be missing from your policy. You have full coverage, of course, but there's this coverage called rental car reimbursement. And that's really important because if you get in a crash, we want to be able to jump in and help pay for a rental car. Now, if that situation happened to you and your car was, say, being worked on for 2 or 3 weeks, even a month, how would you get around? Would you need a rental car? So that's the key question. If your car was being repaired and out of service for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month, how would you get around? That's the question ultimately to get to if you see that that's missing. So my tip is to paint a picture, tell a story about the situation. If they say no, that's fine. Just log an activity that they declined that coverage. If they hesitate just a little bit, chances are they need that coverage. And so you might say something like, if you don't mind, I'd like to go ahead and get that added on your policy. It's very inexpensive, only a couple dollars a month for that coverage. A lot of times when you suggest something, someone might not know, is this very inexpensive or is this something that costs a lot? So letting them know right up front or as soon as you can, it's a very inexpensive coverage, only $2 or $3 a month. Would that be okay if I got that added? That way, if you did have a situation where you got into a crash, we can not only take care of the car, but we can jump right in and take care of the rental car as well. Another possible scenario is adding or quoting a new car for a current customer or a new customer. And my suggestion is it's not necessary to have this conversation about whether you would need a rental or not. Go ahead and include the coverage with the comprehensive and collision, those three things together. And then as you're reviewing the coverage, it might sound a little bit like this. Bob, you have full coverage on this car, which means you have comprehensive coverage, which covers things other than a collision, like theft and vandalism. Broken windshields are really common. You have collision coverage, and if you had a crash, not only would we help pay for the car to get fixed, but you've got coverage on here to pay for a rental car too. How does that sound? So that way you've covered your bases there and reviewed the coverages with them. Now and then it comes up where someone has a claim, and the scenario is they give you a call and they want to report their claim. And you're happy to help them, get them connected to ILR, talk a little bit about select service and the benefits of that. But you notice they don't have a rental car coverage on their policy. This can be a tough situation sometimes, especially if they need a rental car. Now, of course, we could wait for our claims folks to let them know that, or we could address this up front. I believe that getting a conversation about something that may be negative is better to do up front than to wait. So I might say to them, I'm going to connect you with our claims team. They're going to take the information from you. I might explain select service, which is really important. And by the way, I notice that there's no coverage on here to pay for a rental car. I don't know why that's not on there, but are you in a situation where you would need to rent a car during this time? And based on their response, if they are going to need to rent a car, then, and we're not going to pay for it in that case, there's a couple things that you can do. One, I want to let the customer know that they can use Enterprise or Hertz rental car, and they'll honor the rate that they provide to State Farm. Give them your claim number and let them know. The other thing is to let them know that while you are renting a car, you don't need to purchase the insurance that they might offer. So those are a couple things that I can add to that, but that is a tough situation. So let me just say thank you for taking the time to learn today. I encourage you to try all or parts of this. Make it your own. Enhance it. Let experience be your teacher. And have fun creating more peace.